Hello, welcome to Diva Days of Our Lives. Still having technical difficulties here with Marianne, who EJ must have fixed the Wi-Fi at the hospital.
Yeah,
Where can we find you, Marianne?
you can find me in Salem Hospital right now.
I swear to God, every time I turn it on, it doesn't work.
I don't know. I can see everybody. Everything's like it.
Okay, anyway, I'm Carrie,
All right.
and
I can try out coming back. Maybe I'll take the Wi-Fi off.
Jen is now in the witness protection program.
I'm from Salem PD.
Well, I don't think they find anybody. But if they wanted to find you on Twitter, where would they find you?
I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
And Anna must be changing location because, yeah, she didn't call in tonight. But I did watch the show. Oh, please help us out. Like, subscribe, share. We're on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Twitter Live right now. And I'm not sure why Facebook Live isn't joining, but yeah. So anyway, just share it and we'd appreciate it. All right. So Monday we had the Stephen Nichols 40th anniversary of his debut on Days of Our Lives. Did you watch that, Jen?
Yes, I did. I can't believe it's been that long.
I know. Yeah, it's such a blessing that we've had so many actors with so much longevity. So yeah, and Stephen, so iconic. If you meant just someone, do you know Patch from Days, they know exactly who you're talking about. You really
Even
did.
if they haven't watched in years.
Yeah, yeah. So the whole thing was a little weird though,
Yes.
with Stephanie planning it literally the same day as John's funeral. I don't know why they couldn't have had the episode start the day after. But after a funeral, I think that's the last thing I want to do was
Yes, definitely.
I'd want to go home and go to sleep.
Stephanie's nuts anyway, though.
And that's what drives me nuts the most about Steve and Kayla is they don't recognize their daughter is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, she's a little slutty.
Yep.
And I don't understand why they didn't have Kayla confront her when she had sex with Alex in the hospital.
Yep.
Telling me that word didn't get around to Kayla that happened. And yeah, and she's constantly switching partners. Wasn't that long ago she was with Philip. And that lasted, like, I believe, a week of episodes at the most. And the Chad thing, that wasn't her fault, but Chad just wasn't ready to move on. But
yeah.
Oh, there she is. I hope she can come on. There she is.
Hey.
It's fine. Yeah, so we were go ahead, hon. Mm-hmm.
Ron, how you feeling?
Oh, Marianne, you're breaking up again, Marianne. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh man,
that's such a bummer. She really wanted to talk. Yeah, she didn't get to talk about John's funeral or anything. So yeah, so that was a little odd. And then Alex being concerned about
what he's wearing.
Yeah, whether or not Steve and Caleb will like him.
What are you, 5?
Yeah, it was. Well, I can understand that to a certain extent, but I don't know. Yeah, so the episode started off with Steve having a dream about Adrian.
Yes, it was nice to see Judy Evans.
Yeah, honestly, she should be on all the time. I just
adore her and Wally.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been a fan of Judy's for, 30 some years, something like that. So, and it really made me miss Adrian. And I always liked Bonnie too. And I don't understand the whole point. We lost Adrian, who was trying to get Sarah to the hospital, and Sarah ended up losing her baby anyway. And yeah, very disappointing. And
Bonnie and Justin are missing in action. You'd think that he'd be there at Steve's party.
Yeah, I don't understand the lack of Wally not being there, especially with all the Titan DeMiro stuff going on. I mean, he would be their head counsel.
Yeah.
So he should.
And where's Tony?
Well, I figured out what happened. I did some investigating. What happened was, from what I read, Days of Our Lives split up John's funeral into 2 episodes. So that pushed Tony's return to Monday.
Oh, okay.
They didn't adjust it with Soap Opera Digest or anything else. I just saw a spoiler pic of EJ, Chad, and Tony at dinner at the bistro, kind of like toasting each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was supposed to be today's episode, and it turns out it's going to be Monday's. So I guess the funeral ran too long, which, to me, I don't understand because I watch a lot of other things on Peacock. What I like about it is the episodes could be as long as they wanted, but I guess they didn't want to go over a certain limit, so they cut John's episode and John's funeral into 2 episodes, which made sense because I think one episode would have been too short.
That's true.
So, but now basically, somewhere down the line they fix it. They're going to be a day behind. Oh, were you on the message boards back in the day when Days was on NBC and Canada would get the episodes a day before?
Yep, day ahead.
Wasn't that a bunch of crap?
You're not kidding.
It's like, this is bullshit. Why are the Canadians getting it first?
Well, you know what Young and the Restless does? Somebody from Canada posted on YouTube.
Oh.
So you can actually watch tonight on YouTube. At least they used to. I haven't done it in a while.
And they still have an account? They didn't get shut down?
Not last time I looked, but I haven't watched it in a while.
That's something, because someone even puts montage clips that they made themselves. A lot of the day stuff gets deleted.
Yep.
And, and that's a shame because there's so many talented people out there. And to me, that's good marketing. If someone puts together a great montage and they put it on social media and people see it, it might get more people to watch the show again. And so I don't do that. And if someone wants to post an episode from the 80s, who cares? Let them post it. What's the big? I don't understand. Like, I'm so upset I can't watch any Santa Barbara reruns because they had original music. So they can't post it anywhere.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
anyway. Did you ever watch Young and the Restless at all?
A little bit.
Okay, well, there was a character named Kane, okay?
I know who that was, yeah.
All right, Billy Flynn is now playing him.
But he has a different name, though, right?
Well, I guess he's got a fake name, Aristotle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually Kane. It's like they de-aged him like 20 years.
Why? Why not just make a new character?
I don't know. It's like, seriously.
Yeah, I heard. Was his first episode on YNR?
I think it was last Friday.
Oh, that's right. So what's their turnaround over there? How fast are they now?
I think they're only a couple weeks ahead.
Yeah, you would think days. I mean, they've been filming 2026 for a while now. I mean,
it's like, why?
I mean, it worked out okay when there was a writer's strike because they didn't run out of episodes.
Yeah, and COVID.
Yeah. So, but do you really need to do that again, especially when you're not on NBC anymore?
Yeah, it's like, seriously?
Yeah, and they can't turn around some of these bad stories. It was like we were saying before we started recording. Some of the episodes this week were great, and some of them were just god awful. And it seems like the awful ones, they're just chugging away with them. They're still going with them.
Yeah.
These crappy storylines. So anyway, so we had Adrian, and then so Steve and Kayla went to the bistro, Jack and Jen, Stephanie and Alex, and then the weird situation was there was no Bo and Hope.
Nope. No Justin. No Bonnie.
Nope. That made absolutely no sense to me. To me, when I think of Steve, I think of Bo.
Yep. It was nice to see Richard Biggs again, though.
Yeah, that was nice that they honored him by showing some clips. And Jada did show up later in the episode. So, yeah, I liked the selection. And I was kind of surprised because it was getting near the end of the episode. I'm like, are they not going to show the wedding?
I know.
Like the most watched wedding in Days of Our Lives history. Are they not going to show it?
But that wasn't the wedding that they showed. Was
that the second one?
Yeah, that was the second one. The first one was on a boat.
I thought they showed them on the boat.
I didn't see him on the boat.
It was very little. It was kind of at the end of.
Okay.
Like the wedding was over and they were still on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was kind of shocked on that one too. They didn't show more of the wedding because it was such a big deal.
Well, yeah. That was like the first soap wedding I think I ever saw, except for Danny and Cricket.
I started watching mid-'80s. I'm thinking maybe Bo and Hope. So
Yeah.
They were married before then. Yeah, probably Bo and Hope. Kim and Shane had a nice wedding too.
Yeah. I followed Billy Hussey over from Fames.
Really?
88, yeah.
Wow, that's something. All right. So yeah, I thought that was done pretty well, except for Bo and Hope flat out should have been there.
Yes.
And it kind of cracks me up too, was Bo was lying in a hospital bed for 2 years and he seems to be walking just fine.
He's walking just fine. He's eating.
No, He's good. Must be something special in that.
Selling water.
No, the drug he took.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think's gonna? So we have Philip and Xander, and they kind of show some of this kind of out of order. So we just kind of heard that. Kate, and what Jada walked in on Xander and Philip, and Xander was about ready to smother him, and Philip woke up.
Yeah.
And I don't like the turn of events. I don't like basically Xander threatened to out Philip for fraud.
Yeah.
So
And
Xander,
outed him.
yeah, and Xander pummeled him, and he's gonna get away with it. I'm on Team Philip.
It's hard for me to be on Team Philip because what he did was really crappy.
But as we're kind of saying though too, I think if Victor knew Philip was in his right mind, he would have put
I don't know.
back in the will. But the thing is, yeah, for him to even this whole recon making Xander his son, when I think originally Xander was
his nephew.
Yeah. So, but and I thought it was actually Xander's mother was Victor's sister. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so that got changed to his sister-in-law. So yeah, I just didn't like that whole change.
No. And if anybody should be running that company, it's Justin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a Gen Xer, I feel like we're constantly passed over. It was basically even with presidents, we're going to go from like baby boomers to millennials, and we're just going to. Well, I guess they're kind of saying maybe Obama would be considered to be a Gen Xer, but he'd be a really elderly Gen
Yeah.
Xer. Like, but I feel like my entire generation just got skipped.
Pretty much.
And it's like, what the hell? I mean, well, I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand why men and women too in their late 70s are even running for president. I think that's ridiculous. But it's just, yeah. I'm sorry, but a lot of these baby boomers need to retire.
Yeah. I liked Biden. Okay. I don't have a problem with because I feel he was mostly there, but I think they should put an age limit on it.
Oh, they should definitely put an age limit. But no, I knew he was dealing with senility back in 2019. I thought it was obvious. He wasn't campaigning. He was shooting from his basement, doing videos in his basement.
Well, that was COVID.
No, he was senile back then. Yeah. Yeah, even with Jake Tapper's book that was out, they knew, I guess, since 2017 that he was dealing with senility. And the prostate cancer, too, that you don't go to stage 4 like that. My dad's kind of dealing with the same thing. He's had prostate cancer now twice, and he's still not at stage 4.
Wow.
Yeah, so no, Biden's had prostate cancer for a while, probably a good 10 years. So
did he know it?
Well, if you get your...
I don't think so.
Well, if you get your PSA checked...
Yeah.
There are a lot of symptoms of prostate cancer. Basically, your plumbing's not working correctly.
Yeah.
You notice. It's the number one most diagnosed cancer in men. Almost all men of a certain age are going to get it. And he was in that age group. To me, he had no business running. Like, nobody 75 and older has any business running. But like you said, though, and I feel like they're doing this with Days, too. Because it seemed like we went from Stefano to EJ.
Yeah.
And we skipped over Tony.
Yes. It's like, seriously, I want Tony.
Yeah. Tony should be head of the family. You could have him, to me, I would say he'd be more like Michael Corleone. Kind of a dark side and a good side. And yeah, that would have made more sense to me. And the same thing with Justin. Justin really should be head of the family. And, we've never really seen Justin have much of a dark side. And it'd be interesting.
He kind of had a dark side years ago.
Oh, I think I remember him. He was considered to be the playboy, but which,
he tried to murder Emilio.
Well, I don't blame him. I didn't like Emilio.
I did. Sorry. I liked them both.
Well, that's really ancient history. We're going back to Emilio, though.
And he slept with Angelica.
Yeah, that was gross. But I meant like a mobster mentality.
Mobster, yeah.
Yeah, Justin doesn't have it. But, and he's got a lot of ethics. But I think all the characters should have a turn, though, to
be bad.
Yeah. And the actors all want to. They don't want to play a goody-goody all the time.
No, who wants to be a good guy?
Good guys are boring. I've always felt that way. My favorites were always the characters that were gray. I always liked them most. So, but yeah, it really should be Tony versus Justin and not Xander. And I don't even know who Xander's really against because EJ's seems happy running the hospital. He doesn't even seem to be interested in Demir
Yeah.
anymore.
Kristen.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would be Kristen. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens because the spoilers for this week, it sounds like Tony's jumping into the fray. So maybe he's finally decided he's tired of traveling and wants to.
Yeah. Tony and Anna running it together.
It's not going to be boring with those
Just
two.
liven it up.
Yeah. Yes. Xander and Philip decide basically not to really tattle on each other. Phil's telling everybody else he doesn't know who beat him up. He told Belle that this week. And it's so weird because everybody kind of knows Xander did it.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that was bad enough as it is, but Xander's been awful with Sarah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how they're going to bring those two back together unless they're going to permanently break them for a bit.
Yeah.
Because, he's flat threatening her and because he thinks that she's not going to she wants supervised visitation.
Yeah.
But now he's like, well, hey, Philip's not pressing charges against me. And he's flat out lying, saying he didn't beat up Philip. So she doesn't have any grounds to say that the visitation should be supervised. And this kind of doesn't make sense because she can go to court. She can get a restraining order against him. Considering his past and how many people he's tried to kill, she would be successful.
But she's a kidnapper.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I guess Maggie did warn her that they could both lose the baby. But, yep, rock in a hard place. But even with all that, I just kind of don't really see them reuniting anytime soon.
I mean, who in Salem would you trust to raise a child? Chanel, maybe.
Are you talking about a baby age? Oh, that's a tough. Holy crap, we're going to have to go through. Okay, let's see. There's Gabby, Avi, Leo,
Yeah.
John Chanel, Paul, and Andrew. Yep. So, well, what about you? Who do you think? Does anybody come into mind who should raise baby Victoria?
Yes, Bonnie.
There you go. It's funny though, yeah, because they're Sophia and Tate are still trying to find a family, and it blows my mind because less things are changed. Usually babies get adopted pretty quick.
You would think. But then they got her mother determining who can.
Yeah, and Tate also didn't allow her to hire Melinda either.
Yeah.
So they don't even have an attorney. They're not even on stage 1.
Nope.
Well, let's stick with that topic. There's spoilers out there that Sophia's hiding something. So are we thinking Tate's not the father?
Or she wants to keep the baby.
Yeah, but unless they're all red herrings. You had Tate telling Aaron that they use protection. And then Aaron told Sophia that, he had a crush on her and it was always hoping they would end up together. But if they hooked up, you would think he'd be a little suspicious.
You would think.
But of course, men are always written that way on days.
Yep, dumb as rocks.
Don't understand how the baby making works.
No.
So, and I don't know if they're going to say she's farther along than she is. Because considering how attentive Tate's been, and you have doctors involved, it's very hard to hide how far along you are.
Yeah.
Because your sonogram shows you how big the baby is. They tell you what.
And the gestation.
Yeah. And since Tate's been going to all these appointments and Sophia's mom, it would have been brought up what her due date is and how far along she is. So
all you gotta do is the math.
Yeah. Yep. So they had graduation this week, and poor Sophia has the worst luck ever. She thinks she's in labor and doesn't get to graduate.
Right. Jeez. Poor kid.
She doesn't get to go to prom. She doesn't get to graduate.
Damn.
And it turns out she had Braxton Hicks false contractions.
Man.
And I've had those before, and it's with my second son. I actually got tricked too, so I can understand where she was coming from. We were having a kind of last dinner as a threesome, and I picked this Italian restaurant I really liked, and I just felt uncomfortable the whole time, and I couldn't take it more. I'm like, we have to go home.
Oh man.
And I started packing, and then I started timing, and then with Braxton Hicks, the pain kind of doesn't go away. It's steady. So and I think I had back labor or something. It was when you're having contractions, I mean, literally your uterus expands, it contracts, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
And you can time them, but with Braxton Hicks, it's just like nonstop pain. So
God.
even with that, you're kind of concerned, but
Yeah.
and your body practices to your body. I think it lasts 2 months I was pregnant, I was having contractions because your uterus is expanding and it is trying to get ready and stuff. So, and an 18-year-old girl's not going to know this.
No. This health class has evolved from when I was there.
Yeah, it was, and I felt bad too. And then the other medical problem: why are they rushing Rachel to the hospital every time she throws up?
Oh my God.
You didn't see that was Friday's episode, yeah.
Ugh.
Brady went to pick up Rachel to go to Tate's graduation, and he didn't even know that Tate and Sophia already left. So basically, only Holly and Aaron graduated actually in the ceremony, just because Rachel threw up.
Jeez. This kid.
I know, but seriously, it's like my parents would still be paying off ER bills if they took me to the hospital every time I threw up. I threw up all the time. It's just part of being a kid. But I mean, with her though, it's more anxiety.
Yeah, well, I'd be anxious too if I had those two for parents.
Yeah, and you're in the house when your uncle got shot, and your first cousin you think is the shooter.
Yeah. The kid.
Rachel already had 2 strikes against her. That was a 3rd strike.
Yep, be done. Do not pass go, just go to jail.
Oh, that poor girl. So she's in the hospital. So they all, meet up, because apparently everybody. That's one thing that cracks me up about Days of Our Lives is everybody's at the hospital, and it's like most normal people avoid the hospital much as possible.
Yep.
And everybody's just there all the time. So Sarah checks out Rachel. And I remember this time that Sarah did raise her for a little bit, thinking she was Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And she was great with her. And she basically told her, yeah, there's nothing really wrong with you physically. And then, like I said, then Sophia, turns out she just had Braxton Hicks. And Marlena's there. Earlier this week, Belle and Marlena were talking, and Marlena and Deidre did a fantastic job this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you discuss that, what happened with Marlena and Belle this week?
Well, Marlena's like barely holding together. I mean, like John's like all over that penthouse, and then she sees the flowers that are dying, and she like can't take it anymore. And then with the baseball hat.
Yeah. I saw some clips. Someone put on Twitter when she was sniffing his Yankees hat. I guess last time John died, she did something similar with one of his shirts.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. And she throws the dead flowers on the floor and says, yeah, I can't handle any more death right now.
Yeah.
And she gets dizzy in front of Belle, and then she gets dizzy again, and she calls Sarah and goes in and gets herself checked out. And Sarah basically diagnosed her as basically going through grief. She said there's nothing physically wrong with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, that's got to be hard. Like, I'm kind of more the way Marlena looks at things. Like, to me, it'd be hard to be around my loved one's stuff.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I remember I read this book, and it was The Lovely Bones. Did you ever read that one or see? I'm not sure.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was about a girl who, as a teenager, gets murdered and dismembered. And this whole story is from her point of view, but she stays earthbound to watch over her family. And her father can't let any of her stuff go. And it's actually do the opposite effect to her mother. It's like torturing her mother that all of her stuff is there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So basically, it almost swept their marriage. Seriously, it's just like one of the saddest books you ever read. But yeah, I could see that. I think I'd be more on the mother's side. Like I can't look at their things.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of like the VC Andrews books. You ever read them?
No, I haven't.
The Flowers in the Attic series, Heaven. Oh my God.
Yeah. Those books were kind of disturbing. I mean, I'm surprised they were in my high school library. And seriously, it's all about, there's a lot of incest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why was this marketed towards teenagers and kids? It was incest, incestuous rape, your family abusing you and killing you. Yeah. Flowers in the Attic was disturbing as hell.
Yeah. And they cleaned that movie up a lot from the book.
I can't remember if I watched the movie or not, but yeah, because the 2 oldest siblings ended up getting married eventually.
Yep.
And I think one of the younger ones ended up being poisoned to death because the mother was poisoning them.
Yeah, and the other one dies too later on.
Yeah.
She poisoned herself so she could die the way her brother died.
Yeah. And it's like, and this was pushed on us as kids.
It's like, what?
How did we survive our childhoods with this book?
If our mothers knew what we were reading.
My mom would have been mortified. Holy crap. Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't remember what we're talking about. Shit. What is
Rachel.
Rachel? Speaking of flowers and headache, Grandma Rachel mysteriously was found, and EJ's having her put back into Aramid.
Boy.
Yeah, this was all off screen. I'm not sure why they couldn't have the actress back for at least one episode, but yeah, she's at Aramid, and EJ basically ordered someone to keep an eye on her. So
I guess that's Rita's new hobby.
yeah, well, Rita's back next week. Yes, I saw a spoiler picture with her and Tony.
Okay.
So yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if she switches alliances and starts backing Tony over EJ.
Well, her job would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I can't see Tony saying, "Okay, could you go hide this grown-ass man for me by yourself?" This guy who's like 200 some pounds. Yeah, just go make him disappear. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, so poor Rachel.
Yep.
I have to start praying for her. Oh, since you didn't see today's episode, Nicole off screen was at the graduation.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So they had the character there, but not Ari Zucker. They just said she was in town.
Yeah.
And Holly notices that Nicole and Eric are nowhere near each other in the auditorium.
Boy.
Yeah.
Is that like foreshadowing maybe Greg Bond's coming back single?
I'm assuming, but the thing is, though, other than the 60th anniversary stuff, as far as I can see, because I follow Greg on Instagram, he's not shooting days. He's in Texas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird they're breaking up, especially Eric and Nicole when they're not
They should be happy.
Yeah, let them be happy. What's the point of breaking them up just for Eric to come back in the November episodes, I think. I don't
Unless they're going to recast eventually.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Ari's never coming back, so maybe that's why they broke it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen anything lately about her lawsuit, but I doubt they'll ever hire her back, and I doubt she'll ever want to be back. But strangers happen.
I mean, Greg Bond, if they're going to recast him.
I can't imagine them doing it, because I think he'd be cool with coming back.
I hope he would. I like him.
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah. I'll take either him or Jensen back. I don't care. Either one.
Yeah. We had and then Holly told Tate she's on a waiting list for a college in Paris.
Sorbonne.
Yeah, so
well,
we all know no one actually leaves for college out of town. They all go to Salem U, which Salem U apparently is so bad, it's the only school Tate got into. And he flat out said, yeah, those drug charges.
Yeah, they're criminals.
Yeah. Well, I live in an area where there's a lot of party schools. You're getting your 4-year degree and getting drunk. They will take anybody. They just they don't care.
Yeah, I went to a party school, but I was a day student. I worked, so I wasn't partying.
I wasn't partying either, but I went to a very, very conservative college, and I was living off campus, and I was working every weekend. And I was a poor girl. My money went to tuition. My money didn't go to alcohol.
Yeah, tuition and books.
Yeah.
Though I did get a small stimulus for my books.
Well, that's good.
Like, I got like a $200 scholarship.
That's good. I think it's pretty much all for them. So, yeah, at the hospital, though, yeah, you didn't see this today. Rachel was happy to see Marlena, and Marlena takes Rachel home with her. Mostly because I think at that time, I think they thought Sophia was giving birth, so Brady was going to be tied up.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of cute because it kind of reminded me of my mom. My mom loves doing jigsaw puzzles.
Okay.
And she does it a lot with my niece, and my youngest son will participate too. Rachel and Marlena were putting a puzzle together, and Rachel said she was tired. And Marlena's like, well, why don't you crawl up on the couch here? And that girl fell asleep. Well, first she said she was too old for naps.
Yeah. Never too old for a nap, girl.
No, naps are awesome. You learned that as an adult. We all fought them when we were kids. And
yeah.
This is
Now
pretty.
we want them.
So it was so funny, but she was protesting and she literally like fell asleep and then immediately went into a nightmare um, about Johnny pulling a gun on EJ. And Marlena heard the whole thing.
Now she's going to think he did it.
Yeah, all the spoilers. I didn't send you the promo that came out tonight. Yeah, it looks like Johnny gets arrested.
So
Yep.
now Roman thinks he did it. Marlena thinks he did it. Kate thinks he did it.
Janelle thought he did it too.
Yep.
Yep. Boy, is he going to be pissed if he didn't do it.
Yep.
But,
I think it's too obvious.
well, yeah, and if you pull a gun on someone and they end up getting shot, probably within an hour later, yeah, people are going to think it was you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're at least trying to move that storyline along. And also, Rafe finally decided to tell Jada that,
The house.
yeah, he bugged the house. It's only a couple months later. God.
And he was still a cop when he did it, wasn't he?
I don't know. I think he was gone at that point.
But did he take over for her? I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, too, with the memory card, I mean, obviously Rafe thinks he got the whole thing captured, but we know from what EJ saw that
He took it out.
he took it out after Johnny was there, but before he was shot. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, so the actual shooting wasn't on there. Yep. I forgot something else. Oh, you should be happy you missed this part. So, and if you get caught up this weekend, also Paulina and Abe had their third wedding anniversary on Friday, and it was also Juneteenth, and they had her speaking at commencement.
Oh, okay.
But they just had her rehearsing in front of Abe. There was no actual graduation ceremony, really. It was just them in cap and gown, and they pretended like they were going to, the auditorium area.
Okay.
And Paulina had one of the worst graduation speeches.
No.
But it was funny because, like, Abe was telling her he was great, and when she finally, after the ceremony was over, I guess she got a lot of applause and everybody liked it. And it was just the most boring, basic, typical things you've always heard at graduation. Like, unless someone does something really crazy, no one remembers graduation speeches. I couldn't even tell you who the speaker was at my college one. I don't remember.
All I remember about my college graduation, we graduated in a monsoon. We got soaked.
Oh. I had the opposite one, and I was in an area a little north of where I'm at now. It was 85 degrees. We had to line up outside in black robes.
Ooh.
This is an area in the snow belt. It doesn't get to be 85 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, we were dying, and the ceremony was in the gym.
Oh.
Yes, I don't think we had AC in there.
My God.
That's the only thing I really remember. I don't even remember going on the stage or doing anything. That's all I remember was it was hot.
I remember I was cold and I was wet.
That's miserable. Yeah. Oh, did you watch the Bo and Hope special episode?
Yes. I liked it, but the ending, it was like, it did not fit, I mean, he was talking to Steve the day before and he was going to go into business with him and Hope. And now all of a sudden they're leaving.
Yeah, to go on the boat, go visit Chelsea, and then go visit Claire.
And other places.
Yeah. So, I mean, which would have been fine, except for he literally promised Steve the day before they were going to be partners in business. And Steve said yes.
Yes. It's like, what the heck? What's he going to be, a silent partner?
He's going to be very silent. He's going to be on the other side of the world. I don't understand. Yeah, so they... and why were they at the Horton house and not at their own house in Salem?
Yeah.
Because
Sean's living there.
There's plenty of room.
I know. We only just see the little couch.
Yeah, which is weird. Because I do miss the old Bo and Hope set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had the living room with the stairs and there was a kitchen. So, yeah. So they were talking and Hope's filling him in on some things like the fire and all that. And then surprises her with a renewal ceremony.
Yeah. With her mother's ring.
Yeah. Which I didn't catch that at first. But That was a nice touch. I saw someone mention it online. I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. And then they showed the clip. So that was nice. But like, yeah, he had a wedding dress ready to go and a fancy suit. But I did like all the flashbacks. Those were nice too.
Yes, they were nice.
Yeah, I didn't think the Tom and Alice stuff was necessary though. Or the fake Tom and Alice stuff.
Yeah. Is that new Tom?
I thought someone said it was the same ones from the last time.
Yeah, the lady looked the same, but that guy looks different.
I honestly don't remember, but from what everybody who pays attention to casting, they said it was the same two people. Yeah, they were kind of going through, but I think
Empty nest.
yeah, because all the kids moved out, talking about being grandparents, and they seemed like really young to be grandparents. It looked like
Yeah.
they were like 40, maybe.
Frances Reed was only like in her like she's when her great grandson was born, John Douglas.
Well, that's what happens on days though. Once you pop out that kid, you know you're going to be a grandmother in 10 years.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I'm not even sure how old Tate is, and he's already having a tater. I mean, yeah, we used to call him Tater Tot.
And move out.
Yeah. Yep. So it was a cute episode, and then it was over, and they're in the Horton Town Square, and they're like, "All right, see you later. We're leaving."
Yeah, it's like seriously.
That was a lot of hype because I mean, we heard about that. Bonehill being back. We've heard about that for 8 months, and they were on what, less than 2 weeks. Yeah. Yep. There was some. Here's the bad stuff we were kind of talking about that kind of went along with the good stuff. There was, well, Ari, Gabby, and Will went out to dinner, which I appreciate they at least did that.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, she looks like she's 12.
and so does Will.
It's like,
You mean Gabby, right? Not Ari.
oh,
Really? I think Ari looks too old.
maybe it's the hair. I don't know. When she was sitting with her parents.
Yeah, no, to me, Will looks like he's 30. It, like, he
If that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they are young, but I think they were maybe 19 or 20.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch to say they're in their late 30s.
Yeah.
But I mean, I appreciate they tried, but it wasn't that great of a scene. But I did like that Will stood up for Gabby and said, yeah, you did sneak out of the house.
Yeah.
Who has a right to be upset. But because Rafe told her the exact opposite, and I was pissed.
Yeah, it's like you live in somebody's house, you live by their rules.
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't matter how old you are, because I actually got my fiance the other day. He was working, and he's self-employed, so you never know when he's going to come home, and he didn't come till 9:30. He didn't text me.
Yeah, how hard is it to pick up a phone?
Yeah, to me, it was like, am I supposed to cook you dinner? You know what I mean? Like, you want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And he does stuff that's a little dangerous. Like, he's on ladders and stuff, so I'm always concerned.
Of course.
And yeah, so he said I was right. So like, actually today he texted me, was like, yeah, I'm not going to make it for dinner. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's a lot older than 18. Chad and Kat, oh good God.
Stop already. Just end the pain.
They keep doubling down on this couple. So yeah, Chad showed up at her apartment, and first I think Erin came home and she didn't know, and they had her dusting around the apartment.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
It's like maybe a 14-year-old would do, you know?
Yeah, and no one really uses feather dusters anymore. And she's like dusting the sofa. It's like, who the hell does? I'm sorry, I just can't stand her. And yeah, and then Chad comes over, and it sounds like he wants to pursue something with her.
Yeah.
So I did see a spoiler. It looks like Rafe is kind of spying on Kat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was in the video spoiler, the promo spoiler for next week. Yeah, it was, he crossed paths with her. It looks like it was like the Salem Park area, and then he's calling somebody. Yeah, it was very strange. When Brady went to pick up Rachel, told EJ that, Rachel's suffering because she thinks Johnny shot EJ.
God.
I don't know why they keep telling EJ stuff.
I don't know why anybody tells anybody anything there, because it ends up all over town anyway.
If my child witnessed something, I wouldn't go and tell, the victim who's covering up for theirs. I would go to the police.
You would think.
If my kid's suffering, yeah. So I don't know if he did that because
CPS.
Yeah, and I guess. But the thing is, though, too, If he really should take her out of that environment, he's still letting Rachel live there.
Yeah. But doesn't Kristen have custody?
I think she has full custody. Yeah.
So there's not much he can do about that.
No. Yeah, he would have to. Yeah, I think he would have to go to court and say, yeah, Kristen knows that what all happened with EJ, and it's not a safe environment. So, but yeah, that's the thing. That's a second set of parents we have in Salem that can't be honest and having custody issues because they both suck as parents. They lose custody of their kid. Oh my
At
god.
this point, give all the kids to Roman and Justin. That's it.
Yeah, they can go work at the pub. That'd probably be a better environment than the Demira mansion.
And Casa Kyriakis.
Yeah. Some little things. Gabby wanted to hire Hobby back because she's figuring out she kind of needs an assistant. And he told her no because he got a job as a firefighter.
Yeah.
It still cracks me up because he's too small. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He should stick with a paramedic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
And
I'm sorry. Who would want to work for Gabby?
I don't know. You would think all she has to do is ask Titan to get her assistant, but that might tell her to pound sand, and
Yeah.
I think it's probably what's going to happen. And then Chanel, I think it was Thursday, she went to see Sarah. Sarah told her looks like she's cancer free, but she still doesn't want Chanel to get pregnant for about a year.
Yeah.
And
She's not happy.
no. And Paulina was kind of okay with her waiting, but then Johnny tells her that he is reconciling with EJ, and Chanel confronts EJ and basically said she doesn't want him involved with any future children they have.
Can't blame her.
Yeah, especially after he just got shot. Yeah.
Another person can raise children, Abe. Abe and Paulina. I think they're pretty much sane.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but yeah, we are getting Theo back, but I don't know who's. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be playing Theo, but yeah. So I'm glad that's going to happen. Hopefully, it'd be nice if they brought someone in to play Claire too.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything about Claire. All I heard was Theo.
Do you know why they never brought back Jonah? I mean, him and Wendy went into her apartment and never came out.
I don't know. There was someone spreading rumors that they thought Kat was Cassie Demira, or Cassie Brady, not Demira. I'm like, there's no way in hell she's walking around town.
Oh,
Yeah, some people come up with these crazy ass rumors.
yeah.
She's related to half the town. You tell me no one would have recognized that was Cassie Brady.
You would think.
Will runs into Javi and Leo.
Yeah.
I think that scene should have been a little bit longer, a little bit more awkward. But oh well.
Yeah.
There was Doug 3 stuff. Someone's sending him pictures of Holly and Ari.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He needs to go.
Yeah, we don't need, and it's gross that this guy who's 21 plus years old.
It's eerie. It's like,
It's gross that he's with two 18-year-old girls. Yeah, and barely 18. Yeah, and Ari actually told Holly that she, on her 18th birthday, went to a bar and hooked up with a guy, but she didn't say who. And she really likes him, she said.
that's it.
That's why I've always had issues with teen scenes.
Yeah.
Because these writers don't know how to write for teenagers.
They don't.
You know, not every generation of teen scenes has to have a pregnancy. There's very, like, we did have one girl in high school graduate 8 months pregnant, and there were pregnancies in our school, but it's like, it doesn't have to happen with every group though.
No.
And I hate when they keep giving teenagers adult problems. Like,
Yes.
I mean, high school is rough as it is.
You're not kidding.
You know, I mean, one that was a little bit kind of realistic was the them posting nudes of Chloe online.
Yeah.
I mean, that you could see that totally happening now.
Yeah.
So, but you know, but we had Jan being pregnant back then, and it's just
Wait, Jen wasn't.
Jan Spears was pregnant.
Jan. I thought you said Jen.
No. Yeah.
I think Carrie and Jen were the last normal teens.
Yeah, but Carrie had to put up with Sammy.
No, but when Carrie was a teen, Sammy was like a little kid.
Yeah, so
Carrie came back as an adult in the 90s.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. I thought they were a little closer in age because remember Sammy got pregnant at 15 and said the baby was Austin's and it was really Lucas's.
They harassed her.
Oh, I see what you're talking. Okay, so you're talking pre-Allison Sweeney. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now I mean, that was one of the best stuff was Sammy, Austin, and Carrie.
But how many teenage girls work at a huge corporation, even if they did blackmail their way in?
Bless them.
Yeah.
I did write something down I thought was kind of funny. Brady referred to Xander as Uncle Xander.
Yep.
That was cute. Well, that's another thing too, is Brady hasn't visited Philip in the hospital.
Well, could it be that Philip framed him for his murder?
Yeah, I still think he should have visited him. Just to, even if it's just to take a dig at him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was off camera.
Yeah. Yeah, there's too much stuff, it seems like, off camera with Kate, too. She's not that much around Philip. Okay. Yeah, so basically, next week we have Paul and Andrew's wedding.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like it's literally at the same spot John's funeral was at.
Wow.
We need to retire that fake outdoor set. It needs to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tired of the Horton Town Square weddings, too, but
It's like
I don't know.
they can't spring for a church set or something.
We have St. Luke's. That set's, 10,000 years old. I mean, I think the last time they used that set is when someone was possessed by Satan. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the last time they used St. Luke. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that's next week. So we got, Johnny gets arrested. Paul and Andrew have a wedding. Tony comes back Monday. Yeah, and something about Rafe. It was like Rafe's kind of spying on Kat. Did we forget anything?
Not that I can think of.
Do you have any spoilers? Anything else going on?
No spoilers that I know of. Peacock is showing, I know the first Jaws. I don't know if they're showing the sequels. But if they are, one of them has Joe Mascola.
I think Joe was in the second movie.
Second? I couldn't remember if it was the second or third. But as much as I like him, I won't be watching. I don't do sharks.
Yeah, I think Jaws turned 50 years old. I remember kind of seeing Jaws in 3D, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like the whole 3D part of it. Basically, it was just like a picture of a shark, and they were just bringing it closer and closer to you.
It's like, no. I remember as a kid, I was laying down on the couch before school, and this damn shark comes out of the water. I'm like, no, I'm done.
And Jaws still has an effect. I saw an article today. I didn't read it, but a 12-year-old got bit in Florida, and now a girl a little bit younger got bit up in one of the New England states by a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Jaws still has us all freaked out 50 years later.
Yep, pretty much.
The press loves it. Every time there's a shark attack, it's national news for a couple weeks.
Yep. You wonder why anybody goes in the water.
And I love the water. I love it. I'm going to be in Florida here probably in a couple weeks, and I'm going to spend at least a little bit of a time I'm visiting family, but I'm going to spend at least a little bit of a time at the beach, but it's...
Yeah. Oh, I want time at the beach. I don't know if I want to go in the water.
Yeah, I have to go in the water. Last time I was at the beach, man, I've had rough times. So the last time the water was too rough, and basically they were like rescuing people. Yeah, and I think a hurricane was coming in. And there was one year we went on the Gulf side and a red tide came in. And I didn't even know what a red tide was, but basically there's some kind of biological thing that happened, and like the water turns red and it kills all the fish. It was gross. And it made me sick. I was sick the entire vacation.
Gee.
Yeah, because it was just starting to come in, and we literally got off the plane and went into the water, and my ex's eyes were burning, but I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. And the next day we woke up, and the whole Gulf was like red.
Oh my God.
I just kind of felt like so snake bit, but I look forward to it all year, and then the weather happens. So to me, my bad luck is the weather. It's not sharks. So knock on wood, no sharks in a couple weeks.
Yeah. No sharks allowed.
No sharks, no hurricanes. I don't have to worry about a red tide on the ocean side, so I'm good. Yes, and Marianne will be home from the hospital, so she'll be joining us next week. And
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Anna. I guess she's must be relocating from the Wetlands Protection
Yeah.
Program.
Now, are we doing a show next week? Being that it's wait, it's not 4th. Is it 4th of July next week?
No, next week will be the 28th.
Okay.
So, well, we should be good for next week. Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Like I said, please like, subscribe, share, do whatever you can. Pass the word around.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you, Jen, for joining us tonight.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
All
Have
right.
a good week.
You too. Good night.
Good night.